got these fucking dorks, these science-based lifters going after kettlebell lifters right now, saying that what we do is inefficient and bullshit.
That's because it is inefficient and bullshit. See mechanical tension and motor unit recruitment, but continue.
Kettlebells do not have to replicate barbell tension mechanics to be valid. Kettlebells are efficient in their own way. You get a lot of bang for your buck. When you pick it up for a spin, we have some loaded yoga, as we said. You have some great mobility involved. We can train the muscles, we can build them, we can burn fat. We have crazy strength endurance that you can build, especially if you put the kettlebell through a proper kettlebell sport routine. You have different tools with different adaptations. And at the end of the day, it's a weight. And if you manipulate it the right way, we get some great benefits out of it.
Most scientific studies on exercise science talk about or use machines. Why? Because they control for the most variables.
Yes, that is how science is done. You hold all variables constant and test one. Is this really that confusing to you?
And now here, both missed the larger point. Science does study complex, multi-joint ballistic movements as well, not just isolation-based hypertrophy stuff. There are lots of studies on weightlifting. And weightlifting has nothing to do with hypertrophy.
Kettlebell lifting is actually a skill that you have to master. Y'all just go up and down with a Smith machine.
Yep, and you also just explained why kettlebell training fucking sucks. We don't need to learn some pointless skill that has no carry over.
Now, skill can mean carry over because what the load does is it requires you to control it in complex planes of motion, and this prepares you for life, not just reps. And now, Roman, what you're missing is if you say, hey, that training tool sucks because it requires skill, we could apply the same logic to a sport like, for example, wrestling. I could say, well, wrestling sucks because it requires skill. This is what happens when both sides are not very fond of being humble. Now, what does humble mean? I think you can be confident and humble at the same time. I call it confident. And none other than the great Bruce Lee has the perfect description of what confident really means. He says, I have the absolute confidence not to be number two, but then I have enough sense also to realize that there can be no number one. So you can still know your stuff, but you can still approach it with a student's mindset. The way you say it is the key. The tone sets the music. And yes, confidence is okay, arrogance is too much. Funny internet, fitness, Instagram, YouTube, social media banter is fine. Being disrespectful is not.